Hey guys, welcome back to Fandom Sage Powers, where we discuss comics and heroes and villains and the dawn. The dawn of X, that is. We are at our X-Men issue number 6, and we're jumping in right now. I wish you could see this, Irene. I have seen more sunsets than you can imagine, Raven. The collapse of all things and the end of days. I have seen enough. Then why are we... I want you to listen carefully. What I'm about to tell you isn't going to sound believable, but I promise, it's all true. Every word of it. Let's go all the way around, Mr. Sand. I want to hear the choir sing. Yes, ma'am. We have a good ping from the entire network of defense platforms arrayed along Mercury's orbit. We also have a strong signal from the watchtower on Venus. Sentinel City continues to grow, the mining of heavy metals is unabated, and they've begun construction on a subterranean habitat, an Orchis bunker, if you will. And finally, all the military upfits to this station have been completed. Our weapon systems are online. Good. And repairs to the station itself? The forge is lit, Captain Crane. We are healthy and whole, as fit as any motherless orphan can be. They say that perfection comes from repetition, and repetition only. That perfection is all craft and no passion. Well, for one, I have no interest in being perfect, my dear Omega, for I am an artist. And with that last stroke, my work is complete. What do you think? I think it looks perfect. Excuse me, Director, you called for a courier. I did. Do you know where Alia Gregor's lab is located? I do, Director. Please, take this to her immediately. She's waiting on it. Special project. Now, am I wrong, Omega, or are you developing a devilish sense of humor? The time will come, Director Devo, when it might become necessary to engage others on a truly emotional level. This isn't it. My goodness, look at you. Self-aware, evolving, a work of art. Dr. Gregor? Yes, what is it? I'm busy. The director asked me to deliver this to you. And so you have. Just set it on the table and leave. Thank you. A little closer, love. A little closer. The X-Men undertook a mission to destroy the Orchis Forge, a space station with tremendous offensive capabilities against mutant kind, including the capacity to create Nimrod, a highly advanced mutant-killing robot. The entire team perished in the process of successfully unmooring the mother mold at the core of the station, sending it plunging into the sun. Now the X-Men are restored to life. The nation of Krakoa stands behind them. What more could they want? I have demands. Do you now? Is helping your fellow mutant not reward enough for Raven Darkholme? No, it isn't. I need more. Yes, I see that. But it's fair, I suppose. We have further demands as well. Really? I'm afraid so. Is helping your fellow mutant not reward enough for the great Charles Xavier? We're building a better mutant world, Mystique, and everyone who would live in it owes something, including you. We're going to be sending a team to the mother mold orbiting the sun. You'll go with them. Run the mission, but there's something else we need from you. And what's that? Plant a seed for a winter harvest. Mystique. Mystique, are you there? Stop screaming in my head, Summers. I hear you. I got turned around, but I'm here now. Hold on. Something's not right. Hey there. Got some bad news for you. No. No! You plant our seed on the Orchis station. We get what we want, and then you get what you want. And we both know what that is, don't we? Yes. Irene. For those of you who may not know, Irene Adler, aka Destiny, is Mystique's lover and partner in crime forever. Like, she was a part of the OG Brotherhood. I'm gonna say I think she was a part of the original, the very first team. Eventually she did die, but she and Mystique were thick as thieves forever. They actually adopted Rogue, so Destiny is a mutant that is a precog. And you know, the last time we saw Destiny in this era was during House of X and Powers of 10, the kickoff issues for the Krakoan era. If you haven't seen my video for that, I'll leave a link in the description or a tag here on this video. Moira would face off against the Brotherhood, and Destiny specifically was looking for her. She was not able to see Moira, but she still was able to find her because the events that she can predict and foresee, the future events, were being affected and moving around a blank spot to her, like a hole in the world. By following that blank spot, she was able to find Moira, which was pretty clever. Destiny used to use her abilities to give the Brotherhood an edge over the X-Men a lot, and she knew where an attack, what direction it was coming from. Her powers of precognition worked so that the further away in time a event is going to happen, like if something's happening a year from now, her prediction will be more accurate than a event that's 20 years from now. And if something's about to happen in 10 minutes, she's probably spot on. She is really effective in strategizing, and even though she doesn't have the best combat abilities, by her being able to anticipate any attack, it kind of balances itself out because she just might not be there. For one, she could tell her team to, take a different route or have a counter attack already set up or an ambush. She would carry around a little crossbow. I think her aim is impeccable because she knows exactly where to shoot. So, it came in handy a lot more than people would realize. There you are. Even knowing I could bring you back, a part of me dies when any of you do. So, let's not do that again, shall we? Did it work? It did. You succeeded. And your sacrifice was not in vain. It was a gift. And in the giving, you saved us all. You saved us all, and for that we are grateful. But you need more. All of you died beyond the reach of Cerebro, meaning you were restored to your last backup before you left. The mother mold is gone, yes, but as to the other, we believe you succeeded, but we need to know that you did. And how would you know if I planted the flower or not? We wouldn't. We believe you did, but we need to know that you did. So what happens if I walk through the gate and I didn't grow a gate on the other side? You won't go anywhere. You'll just walk straight through. The gateway flowers are grown in tandem. The other side has to be active for it to work. The problem is if they found it and you're walking into a trap or worse. But we have to know. So off you go. Bad news. We took our shot and we missed. What happened? Most of it's beyond my ken, But it looks to me that your belief that Nimrod comes from the mother mold is wrong. There's a scientist there, alia Gregor, who's building something that looks just like one. Why didn't you take care of it? Haven't you heard? We have laws. Not for that. Not for them. And let's be honest, not for you if you thought it needed doing. So, why didn't you? Because you needed to know. And now you do. No, it's more than that. Out with it, Raven. I've been helpful. I've been cooperative. As much as it's not in my nature, I've done my part. But I'm not doing one more thing until you give her to me. That wasn't the deal. I don't care. Bring her back. Raven, after all this time, after all these years, stabbing your own kind in the back just to get what you want, after all that, do you really think we can trust you? I want my wife back! And she will return. When you have earned it, we need you to do this. It must be done. We have some time. She's not that far along. I'll go back tomorrow. Good. Thank you. I hate you, Charles. I have always hated you. Hated and feared. I fear I'm growing numb to it. Not because it doesn't bother me, but because all of this is bigger than how we feel. Bigger than me, and it's certainly bigger than you. What I'm about to tell you isn't going to sound believable, but I promise it's all true. I want you to listen carefully. Every word of it. I don't know why you're talking to me like this, Irene. Yes, I'm a skeptic, but I've always believed everything you have told me. Well, let's put that to the test, shall we? Years from now, long after I've gone, long after I've left a broken you and this broken world behind, something is going to happen that will sound too good to be true to your cynical ears. Gone? If you can see your death, then you're focusing on the wrong part, my dear. Listen, hear the words of an oracle. There will be an island. Not the first, but not the last. This place will seem to be hope for our kind. They will invite you in, lift you up, and then deny you the one thing you want. Oh, they will promise it to you, but they'll do everything they can not to honor their word because they're afraid. They want us blind for some reason. But you and I, my dear, we were born to see. I don't understand any of this. I know. But when it's time, you will. And when those days come, remember these words. Bring me back. And if you cannot, if they will not, then burn that place to the ground. Ooh, okay. Things are starting to heat up a little bit. Destiny is coming through. I'm getting excited now. Back in the day, Marvel and most publications and comics were not able to portray same-sex couples, but that has changed, of course, over the years. This is a perfect opportunity, given that they can resurrect past mutants, to really, really get into their dynamic even more, which is exciting. She's probably one of the most powerful precogs that have been in the pages of Marvel. They had a whole arc around her diaries that she had written in Extreme X-Men for a couple of years, where they found these diaries of hers, and knowing that a lot of her predictions are usually spot on and come true, they were reading through it and saw all these terrible things that they wanted to try to avert. So they went on a quest. You know, they had all these grand adventures and whatnot. So why Mora doesn't want Destiny resurrected, because I think that was one of her stipulations. That's the only reasons why Charles and Magneto wouldn't give Mystique what she wants, which is messed up, by the way. It's pretty foul, even though it is Mystique. Like, you know, she loves Destiny. You know, that's the only person she's loved besides Rogue. For them to dangle that over her and not plan on actually following through with it is messed up. So I know that's going to end up biting them in the butt. If you like this episode, give me that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and join the crew, and I'll see you in the next issue.